and welcome to Take Tuitions. Today we are diving into the world of statistics as we explore three fundamental measures of central tendency. The first one is mean, second is mode, and the third one is median. These statistical tools help us understand the central or typical values within a set of data. Let's get started. First of all, we are going to learn about the mean. The mean, often referred to as the average, it is a measure obtained by adding up all the values in a dataset and then dividing that sum by the number of values. It's like finding the balance point of the data. Let's take a practical example to illustrate this. First of all, I am writing down here the example. Imagine there is a group of students who recently took a maths quiz. Their scores were 85, 90, 78, 92 and 88. To find out the mean all of their marks, we add up all these scores and divide by the number of students, and here we can see the number of students are 5. So, first of all, we are writing down the formula for mean. Mean equals to sigma sum over numbers. So here what are the means? Mean equals to 85 plus 90 plus 78 plus 92 and 88. Here you can see we are adding up all the marks of the quiz. And how many numbers of these are? These are 5 numbers. So we are dividing these all numbers by 5. So the addition is 433 and the numbers are 5. So the mean we got here is 86.6. So the mean score for the math quiz is 86.6. Now we are going to take our second example. The second example is the weight of 5 books are given here and which is in kilogram. So the weight in kilograms of 5 books on a shelf are 0.8, 1.2, 0.9, 1.5 and 1.0. And we have to calculate the mean weight of all these books. So how can we solve it? First of all, we should know that what is the formula for mean. Formula for mean is we have to add up all these values. So mean equals to sum of the values over the number of values. So we will add up all these values 0.8, 1.2, 0.9, 1.5 and 1.0, which is made up of 5.4, and then we will divide it by 5 because there are 5 books weight given here. So our answer we got is 1.08. Therefore, the mean weight of the books on the shelf is 1.08 kilograms. These questions illustrate how to calculate the mean by summing up the values and dividing by the number of values. The mean is a useful measure to understand the average or central tendency of a set of data. Now, let's talk about the mode. The mode is the value that appears most frequently in the dataset. It's all about identifying the peaks in our data. Let's explore this with another example. Here the example is given. Consider a data set of test scores which is given here is 75, 82, 88, 82, 90, 82 and 78. In this case, the mode is 82 because it occurs most frequently than any other number. The data set can be unimodal, bimodal, tri-modal or multi-modal depending on the number of modes it has. What do you mean by unimodal, bimodal, trimodal? Now we are discussing it about if it is called a bimodal dataset, what do you mean by that? Or trimodal or any kind of model set it has. So when a dataset has two modes, it is referred to as bimodals. In statistical terms, a mode is a value that appears most frequently than any other value in a dataset. Having two modes means that there are two values in the dataset that occur with the highest frequency. Let's explore this concept with an example. Bimodal dataset. Consider the following dataset of exam scores. There are some kind of scores given here. In this dataset, you have to write it in serial wise. That would be more easier for you if you write it in serial wise. After that, you will find that there are two values 82 and 88 appear more frequently than the other values. Both 82 and 88 are modes of this dataset. Therefore, we say that this dataset is bimodal. How can we say that these two values are? Because their number of frequencies are equal. Bimodal datasets are not limited to just two modes. There can be datasets with three or more modes as well. If there is no mode or if every values occur with the same frequency, the dataset is considered to be non-modal. Understanding the modes of a dataset is valuable because it provides insights into the distribution and characteristics of the data. In a bimodal dataset, it suggests that there are two distinct peaks or concentrations of values, indicating potential subgroups or patterns within the data. In summary, bimodal dataset has two modes, and these modes are the values that occur most frequently. It's a useful concept in statistics for describing the central tendency of a dataset in a more detailed manner. Let's take some examples here. Consider the following dataset representing the number of hours students spend on homework each week. Determine the mode of the dataset and explain what the mode represents in this context. To find the mode, we look for the values that appear most frequently in the dataset. In this case, the number 5 occurs 3 times, which is more frequent than any other number. Therefore, the mode of this dataset is 5. In the context of the number of hours students spend on homework, the mode represents the most common amount of time spent, indicating that a significant number of students spend 5 hours on homework per week. Let's take another example here. You are analyzing the ages of people attending a community event. The ages are as follows. Now we have to calculate the mode of the dataset and discuss what having a mode in this context might indicate about the age distribution at the community event. To find the mode, we identify the values that appear most frequently in this dataset. The age 22 appears 3 times, making it the mode. In the context of the ages of people attending a community event, having a mode at 22 suggests that a significant number of attendees are in their early 20s. This mode provides insight into the dominant age group, helping organizers tailor the event to the preferences and interests of this specific demographic. Now let's discuss about the third term, which is median. What is median? The median is a statistical measure of central tendency that represents the middle value of a dataset when it is ordered from least to greatest. In other words, it's the value that separates the higher half from the lower half of a dataset. Unlike the mean, average, the median is not influenced by extreme values or outliers, making it a robust measure for skewed dataset. How to calculate median? To find the median, we have to do in two steps. First of all, we have to arrange the data. Order the dataset from least to greatest. Secondly, we have to identify the middle value. If the dataset has an odd number of values, the median is the middle value. If it has an even number of values, the median is the average of two middle values. Let's take an example. Consider this dataset. First of all, we arrange it. Then, we identify the middle value. Since there are 7 values, the middle value is the fourth one, which is 5. So, the median of this dataset is 5. When there's an even number of values, what will you do then? For example, consider the dataset. First of all, we arrange it. Now, identify the middle values. Since there are 6 values, the middle values are the third and fourth ones. And those are 3 and 5. So the median is the average of 3 and 5, which is 4. Hopefully, you all viewers know how to calculate the average. Now, we discuss about the significance of median. The median is particularly useful when dealing with dataset with outliers and when the distribution is not symmetrical. It provides a more robust measure of central tendency, in such cases giving a better representation of the typical or central values of the dataset. The median is commonly used in various fields including statistics, economics and healthcare. Now we have learned mean, mode and median. These measures of central tendency serve as our trusty companions, revealing the core characteristics of dataset in a variety of scenarios. The insight derived from these statistical tools are paramount of any involved in interpreting and analyzing data. In this journey, we demystify the mean, which uncovering the average of dataset. We explored the peaks and valleys with the mode, identifying the most frequent occurrences that shape the landscape of our data. And finally, we embraced the middle ground with a median, a steadfast guide through the ordered realms of our numerical universe. Remember, these concepts are not just numbers on a page. They are keys to unlocking a deeper understanding of stories hidden within the data. If you found this video enlightening and enjoyed our exploration of these statistical wonders, don't forget to show your support. Like this video, share it with fellow learners, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more engaging content on the diverse facets of knowledge.